actually Kings because I messed up. I thought I had also. Bear with me, please. But you already know you can't wear all white if your white be looking dingy. Got that all white on. The rollies, you already know. Things. And today we're going up against, you know, the team that I made, you know. I had to make a team. I used to be a coach. I'm beast like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just too good that I had to make a team. We're going up against the Kings. Yes, I named it after myself. And looks like I'm gonna have to beat my own team. I'm gonna see if the student can become the teacher today. You know what I'm saying? Without much further ado, let's get to it. And we're also home, so there will be no challenge.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, the first half of the season has not been kind to them, and unfortunately, with their play lately, they're not exactly giving off the vibe that they're ready to turn things around. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it for 40. And then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him, as they would any player, but I still think he has a lot left in the tank.
He might be able to get back to his MVP level, but that's going to take a full season. A full season of injury-free play to get that confidence.
Why y'all talking about Rose when y'all
early.
could be talking about your boy? Let's go ahead and show these punks why they should be talking about your boy.
Broadcasting from Chicago as the Bulls get ready to take the hardwood here at the United Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
We're going to catch another ball. Y'all can see a little eye candy catching over the corner. You already know who gets the ball
Kevin,
first.
I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark.
I'm back, baby.
He was
They gave me a chance to make some. And Rondo, my favorite player, one of my favorite players, is up here. Yeah, I had to get him up there. He was like, please let me be on your team, Mr. King. I was like, listen, Rondo, don't be begging, because you're my favorite player, and you're my idol. You can't be begging like that. He's like, yes, sir. And I said, all right, I'll let you be on the team. But look at that, nice eye candy. Ooh, a little bit of red. Just for the team's sake, you know what I'm saying?
He's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor.
I think that was gay.
On the floor for Sacramento. Robinson at 4 with Cousins at the 5. Rajon Rondo is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Gay in at the 3. Now Rondo following the three-point attempt by Freak.
He just dribbled around me. That's
Cousins,
why.
no one around him. Rebound by Butler. Last outing for Sacramento, they won that game against New York.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
I don't even think I'm retiring.
Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Rondo kicks to Bellinelli. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Bellinelli's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's King.
It's money.
And they wasted no time.
Rondo,
Those 3 points
you want to
back.
stay on this team, you got to
right
have
there, guys.
tough
Didn't take
defense.
him long at all, fellas.
Lockdown
to
defense,
get those 3
everything.
points back.
Rondo dishes to Cousins. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Foul called that time on
See?
the way up. That'll give him 2
Always
chances at the
getting
free throw line here.
fouls.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give
Oh,
him the layup.
I knew he
Much
was
better
making it.
off making
that,
him go to
Gay?
the line.
Yep.
And both free throws
Says
good
he's
for
a
Gay.
dunker.
Chicago's
Speaking of
gone
dunkers,
2 of 4
when
from
the
beyond
All-Star
the arc to
Challenge
start the game.
Comes up,
Here's
I'll
King.
be doing the dunk contest. Not
Kept
the
alive.
dunk contest.
Here's
I'm already
Noah.
with that.
And the rejection by Cousins. And he gets it back. That one
And
goes.
knows I was
Covered.
good. And my son
It's so
has
hard to
make that
contain
second chance
him.
shot.
He just seems
You
to
know
get
my
it
son
done
comes in
however
clutch,
he
just
has
like
to
your
do.
father.
And let's get this update now from Doris
I'll be
Perkins
taking
across
that
the
one.
way on the sideline.
Watch out, big
Kevin,
man is
George
at the
Karl and I
rim.
caught up for just a bit. One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from
Why
the
am I out of
basket.
bounds?
We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. King,
Money.
that's good.
The D with very little
Is that
pressure
15
on their
points for
perimeter
me?
shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
No, that's
And you
13.
need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Now here's Rondo. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a
And
game.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
sorry,
For
cousin.
Sacramento, they have gone
This
2
is a
for
good
2 in the
player
game at the
right
line.
here. I like this
And the
player.
season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm
Black
sure they are
and
making a point of emphasis.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Robinson's, that's good.
And he can time his
They're literally
passes
down
so
by 3
perfectly.
now.
Wow, what an assist.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Celtics in Boston.
And they
Money.
may have been on the road, but you
Wow.
know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean,
Oh,
shoot
man.
like that from outside.
Snap to come out.
Making some
And a
changes.
second
Pau
quarter.
Gasol's checked in for Portis.
Back in at
Robert
point
Covington
guard,
comes in
though.
for Mirotic.
Back
And
out
King
13.
subbed in for Rose. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Sacramento. Rondo comes in for
Should've
Marco
been.
Bellinelli. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at
Ooh,
the 5.
and one. Good job,
Jimmy
Paul.
Butler is out there with King. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. The Kings trail by 11. King
I'm
with the
taking that.
steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls.
Watch out. Big man is at the rim. That's 15 points for the boy.
Beautiful jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play.
Yeah, I remember. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you
Green
by Kia. Good stuff on that
light.
Kia Slam Cam.
That's 17
And
points.
I like
for
the
your
job
boy.
they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team
For the
shooting
last
the ball.
two
And you
games,
know
I've been
me,
quiet, 'cause
shooting
I've been
percentage always a
focusing.
function of
I've been-
shot selection.
Not making silly shots.
Six
you
on the
know?
shot clock. Nobody
It's
near
working.
Gay. Can't hit.
see?
Now Chicago takes it the
I
other
like
way.
it, so
This game
sometimes
against
I stay
Sacramento is the
for a
first
little
time
while,
they've met
you know.
this year.
And really, this is a team that
Wide
expects to beat
open.
everyone when they
House
step
way.
on the floor, but they were only
Get the
able to
second
split
chance.
the series last
That's
year.
another
And
3.
you look at how they match up. Certainly,
20
you could
points.
see them losing,
And a second
but
quarter.
you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
Screen by Cousins. Gay outside. To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Cauley Stein's got his first bucket of the night. The 3. And again, the triple from King. And the Bulls lead by 17.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
To the paint. Gasol with the steal. To the inside. Lets it go with a three. No good from King. The Kings trail by 17. Gay in the corner. Sacramento moving it around. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
So for the Bulls. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Portis, he's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Kings checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Rose in for Shelvin Mack. Sacramento also making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Thomas Robinson comes in for Trevor Booker. And it's Bellinelli in for Rajon Rondo.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Bulls out front as they wrap up.
Dang, they're not winning. We are catching this dub today. Let's see what coach has to say. Or I'm accidentally.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. We caught him napping on the break so many times. Great job attacking in transition. We own that part of the game. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
You heard him. Let's get it.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to this game. He has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat was the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. Robinson at 4 with Cousins at the 5.
Good shot.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Gay in at the 3, the small forward. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics got down to business. He had 58 points, and in addition to his scoring...
Hey, yo. I just noticed something. I'm so dumb for just noticing it. King, number 9. Where is he? Rondo, number 9. That is crazy.
Also came away with a season high for rebounds. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Both free throws good from Bellinelli.
That's all right.
King against Rondo.
Advantage.
And another three-point shot fall from King. King's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Chicago. The Kings trail by 15. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Robinson kicks to Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Passing.
Robinson's got his third assist on the night.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Rondo kicks to Gay, 13 feet away. Another miss by Gay.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Come on now.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Bellinelli, the 17-footer. Another miss by Gay.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them.
Go.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Shelvin Max checked in for Robert Covington. And a change for the King.
What?
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Robinson. Here's Gay. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Gay's got 10 points in the game.
And he just big-boyed him right there. The height advantage
Max
he's got down low. Really difficult for them to
It's
defend.
over for you.
No good
Why
from King.
am I
His
not
touch has
hitting
disappeared
those like
on
I've
him
been
this
doing
quarter.
before?
He just hasn't been able to get it going.
They get the rebound. Rondo's shot is off.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
That's money.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 33 points for Freak.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Wait, what kind of shoes does my son have on? Oh, same old, same old.
We gotta be more physical on defense.
Nope.
Hey guys, well George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He was intent on running the offense through DeMarcus Cousins. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Screen by Cousins. Outside Collison. Passes it to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gay. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Gay's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Outside Collison. Off the mark, get a chance to trim it to single digits. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's King, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Outside Rondo. Rondo is doubled. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. The drive by Gay. Up again.
Boy.
Mack grabs the miss. Chicago leading by 14. Here's King. Triple from the wing. King's got 43 points.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
King with the steal. Three-pointer. Cousins trying to free himself up. And he hits again from deep. 3 more points from King.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
The shot by Rondo is no good. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Outside Collison. Here's Cousins. Sacramento again missing.
Ooh, they're lucky I throw that.
And at the end of the third.
Time for fourth quarter, baby.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Chicago leading by 20. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is out there with King. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Rose with the double team. Here's Bellinelli. He's covered by King, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Getting a little tired, but you know, still gonna catch this.
Here's Collison, and the jumper is on the mark.
You know what I'm saying?
And Chicago shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
The Kings shooting 47%, pretty solid. A drive by Collison with some arc. Robinson kicks to Collison. And that one comes up a bit short.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Kings got 52 points.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Ooh. And the basket by Johnson.
Yes. He said, yeah. Almost went out.
Booker is checked in for Sacramento. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Jacks up a 3. No good from King. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Bellinelli passes to Booker.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight.
Collison picks it up. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And the shot is good.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
King, the pass to Rose. From deep. No good from King.
He has got a lot of confidence in his game, and you have to if you think you can knock one down from there.
Yeah, you know, I think he maybe needs some time for some direct admonishment.
Watch out.
Down with a nice jam.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Bellinelli dishes to Collison. Tries from 10. King with the block, and he recovers it. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Practice for real.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
That's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Bellinelli. He's covered by Rose. Shot clock at 5. Doubled by King. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Really left alone that time.
Good shot.
6 points for Collison. Here's King.
Even though you're wide open.
Rose passes to King.
Like me.
Kufis grabs the miss. The Kings have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bellinelli, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Well, Chicago has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. No good from King.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
The drive by Collison. Another shot. Noah with the block. Here's King. It's good. This time the assist Rose has got his 7th assist in the game.
Here, guys.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Still no assists.
Here's Collison.
As long as I can shoot.
Here's Booker. Chicago grabs the miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
No good from King.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You can see the frustration on his face. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with the first victory for this matchup with a 1-0 record against the Kings.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Mr. Clutch. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Bangs on the trifecta.
Another one.
And you can sense
65.
the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. It's deflected. King with the steal. From deep three-point range, and the shot is good.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And that one's good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger
bad it wasn't.
He made it look easy.
If it was a 3, I would have
so Chicago takes this one and by a big margin.
I got more to go beyond this
game going away. They were the better basketball
but anyways, it was 95 to 65 against my team that I made, you know what I'm saying?
It was on fire.
And let's go and check out the stats.
As that lead got bigger.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
We have 68 points, 5 steals, and 1 block, and $678 to go with. Let's see who Doris is talking to. I hope she's talking to me.
Well, a nice win for
The 2K Sports post-game show.
I would like y'all to view these highlights before we exit.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping.
He was literally unstoppable tonight, Ernie. Those defenders that were trying to guard him are going to have nightmares tonight. He put on a clinic on how to break down the defense. With that kind of performance, it's going to be hard to repeat it.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the 3-ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal, and that really opened up the game.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest.
I'm just saying, like, come on 2K, it's too easy out here. There's no way a person on one team should get 68 points, or maybe 50, or maybe 40. Nowhere around there should be hit when you're playing against one. But anyways, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're new, subscribe. If you have something to say, put it down in the comment section below. You already know what we do at the end of this show. All white on. 2 rollers on my wrist. 2 rings on my finger. Keep rolling. All free. 2 rollers on my wrist, 2 rings on my finger. Keep rolling.